Yo guys, how's it going? It's your boy, the Geeky Gangster here, coming at you guys today with another video. So I just got out of the movie theaters, I'm sitting in my car currently, I just saw Father Stew. So I figured I would bring you guys a Father Stew review for any of you guys wanting to see it. First and foremost, I just want to get the basics out of the way for those people who are searching Father Stew review and just want to know the basics, and then we will take a deeper dive into the movie later on into the video. So the basics, the main thing I wanted to say is that a lot of people might think that this is a family-friendly movie because it is a Christ-based movie and it's a religious movie, but first and foremost, it's your stereotypical Mark Wahlberg movie. Mark Wahlberg produced this movie, and Mark Wahlberg stars in this movie. I'm personally a huge Mark Wahlberg fan. I know a lot of people aren't, but there is profound language all the way through, profanity all the way through the movie. It is a jam-packed with profanity. You're not going to escape the profanity at all. I mean, it's literally like every other word is a curse word in this film, which you might not expect for a religious movie, but you have to think that this is not a happy-go-lucky religious film. This isn't just showcasing the light of Christ. This is how people in dark times, how people in the dark can find the light in Christ. So just keeping that in mind, it's really, really not for kids. It's not a family-friendly film at all. So if you're planning on going to see it with your family for Holy Week or something like that, you might want to hold off. It's definitely not going to be something that you want to take grandma and your kids to for Easter. It is definitely not that sort of film. The first half of the movie felt very masculine to me, and then it turns into a tearjerker feminine film. And I think this is a fantastic movie to go see with your wife or your girlfriend or, your spouse or whatever. The reason I say that as well is because there's a strong showcasing of what strong romance actually looks like in the real world. So, again, it's not this fairy tale view of it that you're so used to seeing in movies. It's how a strong bond with another person can really help you through the tough times in life, and what a true relationship is really supposed to look like in the eyes of Christ. It shows being committed to something. It shows a lot of very strong themes and strong emotions throughout the movie. I know I teared up a few times throughout this movie, and I was trying my hardest not to physically verbally start crying, audibly start crying, so I didn't want to make the other people in the theater mad. But I very heavily related to this movie, and I know my subscribers are getting tired of hearing me say that I related to things, because if you guys watched my Walk in the Woods review, I said I related to that, and I said I related to another review as well recently, I'm pretty sure. But this one, I really related to it. And I'm getting into spoilers here, so if you guys don't want to hear spoilers, I would recommend clicking off of this video. I'll give you my verdict right now, so that way you can go ahead and click off the video if you don't want any spoilers. But it's about to get really juicy, so I'd recommend staying to the end if you don't mind the spoilers. But I give this movie a 87 out of 100. And it's not a kid's film, it's not a family-friendly film, but it's definitely a film you should go see if you're mature enough, and I would definitely recommend taking your boyfriend and girlfriend to go see it, especially if you're Catholic. But I don't necessarily know if you have to be Catholic to enjoy this movie. It's a tearjerker anyway, either way. It's very emotional. It's really about triumph and overcoming challenges in life, and being committed to your dreams and pursuits in life. So there's a lot of really good takeaways from this movie, even if you're not Catholic. But if you are religious or Christian or Catholic or whatever, it is a really beautiful movie. So the reason I related to it is he moves out to the West Coast. Well, he moves to Los Angeles. For me, I moved to Seattle. and then he gets involved in a really bad motorcycle accident that he didn't know if he was going to make it out of. So in my life, I pulled out in front of a motorcycle and I didn't know if I was going to go to prison or not at first. And I'm still dealing with that in certain ways. Um, you know, I'm still affected by that deeply emotionally. I'm still being sued for that. At this time, there's no possible chance I'm going to prison for it. There's no criminal charges against me for it, but I didn't know that at the time of the accident. And so I saw someone bleed out on the ground, and I did pray for someone while they were bleeding out on the ground, like he does in the movie after getting in the motorcycle accident. And what the main comparison is finding deeper spirituality and deeper spiritual meaning uh, in that accident, feeling like something really did pull you out of that accident. Because when he gets into the motorcycle accident, he sees the Virgin Mary standing over him. She tells him that she loves him, uh, that Jesus died for him, and she kisses him on the forehead. When I got into my car accident, and I've never told anyone this before, but I started praying, and I told God that if he got both me and the person that crashed into me, if we both pulled through the accident, I would start going to church. And so, and I was spiritual beforehand as well, but getting into the accident really deepened my spirituality, and it really deepened his spirituality as well. Which this is based on a true story. The movie is based on a true story. Of course, what I just said is a true story, but this was based off of a true story of a priest who really did live this life. He was a fighter in the first half of his life, and then he became a priest very later on in his life. So yeah, when he got into the motorcycle accident, it was really hard for me not to cry. And then like when they were at the hospital, it was just so similar to what I went through. And I've given thought to being a spiritual leader. For me, it's more of like a paranormal investigator. But I've also given somewhat of a thought to being a priest. However, I don't think I'm anywhere near that level yet in my life. Of course, I'm 20. I think he was like 40 or something in real life. So maybe by the time I am 40, I might be an actual spiritual leader, but I'm not anywhere close to that yet. I don't want to give that illusion. It definitely hit me very hard. There was a few times where I tried really hard not to cry, because it just brought on all of those emotions that someone really did go through pretty much exactly what I went through. And to see the challenges that you've faced in life in a movie will hit you. It was very hard to explain like what that did to me. Just seeing the things that I've gone through in life. As I say this, I'm sitting in front of a highway, and a motorcycle just came flying at probably 100 miles an hour. Guys, just be safe on the road, that's for sure. But hey guys, this was a very beautiful tearjerker movie. I think it was a very emotional movie, and I don't really cry during movies at all. But like I said, when you're seeing your own story pretty much play out in front of you on the big screen, it definitely is emotional. There was also the fact that he felt such a stronger connection to the Virgin Mary than to anyone else in the Bible. And that's really how I was at first, and I really still am. I felt such a stronger connection to the Virgin Mary than anyone else, which people who were born and raised Christian might not understand. But if you found Christianity in the darkness, if you found it at a low point in your life, you'll probably cry during this movie, but you'll really love this film. It's definitely going to be a heart toucher for you if you found this movie through the dark parts of your life. But that being said, I felt like Mark Wahlberg is absolutely phenomenal. He's my favorite actor. I've loved almost every single Mark Wahlberg film I've watched and loved. I think he is the best actor. Well, I just said he's my favorite actor, but he did a really great job at producing this movie as well. You really feel the connections between the characters and that strong romance, like I said, between a couple of different couples. And he really did a good job at showcasing himself as a kid as well. The soundtrack was really great. It was basically classical rock and like Elvis sort of thing. So the soundtrack was really fitting for the movie, I feel like. But yeah, it was very beautiful. However, I will say that it was sort of a fast-paced movie. It became somewhat hard to keep up with. I felt like it was constantly changing scenes, and there was so much happening during the movie, and there's just so much you have to take in uh, at a really rapid pace to enjoy the movie. With that being said, like I said, it's not a family film. It's not something to take your grandma or kids to on Easter. It is something to see by yourself or with your spouse or with your boyfriend or girlfriend. Um, but with that being said, it is a wonderful movie for mature audiences. You just have to know what movie you're going to see first. I would really highly recommend it. And like I said, guys, I'm giving it an 87. Does not typically, I don't typically give movies high ratings. I know I said that with, I believe it was Sonic. I said that I don't give movies high ratings. A movie just not too long ago. But I really don't, guys. Oh no, it was X, and I didn't say it on YouTube. I reviewed X on Facebook. I never put an X review on YouTube, so. Um, But yeah, guys, X was a really good movie as well. I see a ton of movies. I just recovered from the car accident and the fact that I just got a car for the first time since July 19th of last year, and I got it on like April 8th, I think. Ooh, but yeah, guys, this is a really great movie to see. I gave it an 87 out of 100, and I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.